A diver had descended 64 feet underwater after 4 minutes. After 6 minutes, the diver had descended 96 feet underwater. What is the constant of proportionality that relates the number of feet descended, y, to the number of minutes, x? All right, y'all, we're going to use our Ray's problem solving strategy here. We've read the problem and we're going to read it again. This time we're going to pay attention specifically to what it's asking, to key vocabulary, and to information that is provided that we think matters. Let's just go through first and let's go back and read the question. See, what is this asking us? So it is saying, what is the constant of proportionality that relates the number of feet to the number of minutes, x? And while I'm focused on that question, I am going to pay attention to some key vocabulary here. I have this word constant of proportionality. I need to pay careful attention to that. We might also see the word descended. Descended is not necessarily an academic word. You might say that you descend the mountain or you descend the stairs, but what that really means is that you are going down the mountain, you are going down the stairs, and in this case, the diver is going down underneath the sea, right? Okay, so we know what that means. We know our academic vocabulary word is constant of proportionality. All right, and fortunately, constant of proportionality is a term that you see on your formula chart. It's right there, right? It tells us that our constant of proportionality is equal to y over x. So we have read this problem and we know what it's asking us. Let me read it again and look for more important information that we might need. A diver had descended 64 feet underwater after 4 minutes. And after 6 minutes, the diver had descended 96 feet underwater. Great. We have found our important information, and I just want to draw attention to our question tells us that the number of feet is going to be y, and the number of minutes is going to be x. So for our constant of proportionality, we need y divided by x, right? That's what this formula down here tells us right there. Tells us k equals y over x. So that means we're going to have k equals feet over minutes. Let's do it. We've already found the information that we need. So looking at our blue highlighted information, we have our feet, that's 64, over our minutes, which is 4. Okay, I'm going to actually just go ahead and divide that and see what 64 divided by 4 is. I guess we could say a common factor of these two is 4, so I could divide them both by 4. And that would be the same as dividing 64 by 4, right? Okay, so if I divide both the numerator and the denominator by 4, I can see that this is 16 over 1, which I could just write as 16, right? So what does that mean? The diver is descending at 16 feet per minute. But what if I had chosen to use the green information instead? What if I had chosen to do 96 over 6? Well, let's see what I get if I do 96 divided by 6. Oh my gosh, that is also 16. So whichever information I chose to use, 64 feet, 4 minutes, 96 feet, 6 minutes, either way, the constant of proportionality is 16 feet per minute. I'm going to write a sentence to describe that. Awesome. So that's answer choice D. Now I just want to take a moment here to draw your attention to an answer choice that's very tempting. Answer choice B is wrong, but a lot of people chose it anyway. Do you know why? It's because they found X over Y. They divided the minutes by the feet, but that's backwards. We needed to do the feet divided by the minutes, and that's what we did when we got 16. So we can be assured here that our answer is correct. Let's just take a minute. I want to reflect on the strategies that we used. The most important strategy we used here was a formula. We then executed our plan, and then we checked to see that it was reasonable, so we are good to go. The answer is 16 to this problem.